Hello and welcome to this video about 10 things I love about the Insta360 X3. You can see I've got the lens cap and those are the only accessories I've got for it. Been out filming on a rainy day, so please excuse the water around here. So the first thing I like is the sound, because the X3 has lots of microphones and it gives improved microphone performance over the X2, and we can see some of the microphone performances here. So I'm in the single lens mode, holding this really close to me and just using the front lens, seeing how it goes. Single lens mode using the rear facing or front facing, I don't know, anyway, the lens that faces me. Now for the next thing, I'm going to put the lens cap back on just to illustrate a point. This is the USB-C port. You use it for charging, you use it for plugging in sound accessories. Not that I've got that for the X3, but look at this. I can operate it one-handed with my thumb if I want to, and the lens cap's even designed to not get in the way. So if I need to quickly plug a charger in, I can. When I pop this down, I know whether the ceiling's closed because we get this little red indicator there, and until that red indicator goes, I know it's not weather sealed. So this is great and much better over the One X2. So one of the things you're going to notice about the X3 is the huge touchscreen, and what I like about the touchscreen is you can press on it and you can rotate round on the screen, and this is useful for checking your framing and it's useful for playing back, and it just means you can check the composition before you hit the record button, or if you want to check you've got something after you've taken the shot, you can just check it on the screen, and it means you don't need to connect to the phone to do these things. Speaking of the touchscreen, it's really easy to use. We just touch it and we can go through and pick all the modes, and you can't hear or see this, but every time I make a swipe or a selection, I'm getting haptic feedback. When I start recording, I'm getting haptic feedback. I find that really useful. I know some people don't like that, but I find that incredibly useful and just reassuring to know that I'm actually moving modes or I'm actually doing recording. So what I really like is the active HDR mode. It's not perfect and it's not good for low light, but it's much improved and gives a much better dynamic range over the standard video, and it works while moving. On the One X2 it was a bit haphazard if you were moving, so that is a really good filming mode to give you dynamic range. But one of my favourite modes is on the single lens mode. It's me mode. You can capture 360 video, but one of the things I don't like about that workflow, particularly for long and complex video projects, is you spend a lot of time reframing. With me mode, it's always centered on you. And you can see here, I'm moving things about all over the place in me mode, and it still focuses on me. It gives a output of 1080p up to 60 frames per second, and me mode just saves me loads of time in the edit. One of the things I like is bullet time. Now, bullet time allows you to capture a video that's in slow motion and effectively spinning around you. Unfortunately, when I went out to do my bullet time, I forgot my bullet time cable, so I had to make do with the selfie stick. So it's not great, but you get the picture. So we can go up to 4K 120, and I think it gives a really good perspective, and it's so good to easily capture and quickly capture what's going on around you in a really interesting way. Using the touchscreen, I can select something called pre-record. Now what pre-record does is it will start recording before you press the button. So we can have 15 seconds or 30 seconds. And so what's going to happen is it's going to start recording stuff, and then it doesn't keep it unless I press the button. So if you're worried that you're going to miss something, stick pre-record on. It's not going to eat up your memory card or your storage, but it just means if you press to record, you've recorded the last X number of seconds. So I pressed it at 21 seconds, so those 21 seconds will be recorded. This is a really odd one, but the X3, like the X2, has a flat bottom. I think the flat bottom's slightly better on the X3, and that enables you to put your X3 down on a table or a flat surface and record what's going on. So you can see here I put the X3 down on the table and I've done a nice little sweep from left to right. And the last thing that I think is really good is presets. So down on the right hand side we have a button underneath the on-off button, and it just enables us to quickly access presets. It's called quick menu, but they're effectively presets. You can add them, you can delete them. You get some already in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get into the mode I want, and that's going to be me mode. And it's going to be me mode on 30, and I'm going to go and I'm going to press this button, and I'm going to add one, and it's going to be custom 5. So custom 5 takes the settings that are already in the camera being used at the moment, which is me mode, 30 frames per second on auto exposure, auto white balance, vivid color, and I just save it. If I want to quickly get to me mode on 30 frames per second, I just press custom 5 and it loads up for me. So those are the 10 things I absolutely love about the Insta360 X3. Thank you. Goodbye.